He's about to go from commander-in-chief to couch commander.
What am I going to do in D.C. for 2 years?
This self-satirical video portrays Barack Obama searching for a new occupation. He tries different roles and hopes to at least get a driver's license. Obama has already chosen the house where his family will live after leaving the White House. After stepping down, he will move to a large mansion in a wealthy Washington neighborhood called Kalorama. The mansion has an estimated value of around $6 million. Obama will not buy it, but rent it instead, paying around $22,000 per month. Obama said he is staying in Washington so that his youngest daughter, Sasha, can remain in the school she has been attending. The Kalorama district is considered to be extremely prestigious and secure. The reason is simple. The area has the highest concentration of embassies and residences of ambassadors and other officials in Washington. Local residents are used to the constant presence of police and Secret Service officers. Neighborhood historian Stephen Hansen says with the arrival of the Obama family, this area will become even more secure.
I think the neighbors might actually appreciate President Obama moving to the neighborhood. One of the stories right now is that through traffic to the street will be closed off and only available traffic access to residents. And security will be heightened, so they will not have to worry so much about turning on their burglar alarms at night because the neighborhood will be well protected. And ultimately it might actually improve their property values.
John Horan, who lives near the area, walks his dog Tiger in the Kalorama neighborhood every day. He's glad Obama has decided to stay in Washington.
It shouldn't impact the neighborhood that much. This is already an area where there are officials from all over the world, as well as the United States. They are used to the idea of security forces, and they understand the politeness and the indulgence that we grant towards those that have given up a bit of their own private lives for public service.
Obama will be the second U.S. president to stay in the nation's capital following the end of his presidency. Woodrow Wilson was the first. He lived in the same neighborhood where Obama has chosen to live. The Wilson House serves as a museum for visitors. It is in walking distance from the Obama family's future home.
It's about 95% of the way it was. There are a couple of artifacts that weren't here.
Robert Enholm conducts tours of President Wilson's house. There are a lot of interesting things to see, including mosaics from the Vatican, tapestries from France, and in Wilson's library, an old film projector. Enholm sees some similarities in the decision of Wilson and Obama to remain in the U.S. Capitol after leaving office.
In some ways, the story of our house is also the story of presidents leaving office and remaining in the nation's capital in order to remain active in politics. That was certainly one of President Wilson's objectives, and I suspect that that's one of the things that President Obama will find is an advantage of being in Washington.
By continuing to live in Washington, Obama can't help but remain active in politics, certainly more than enough for an ex-president to do, despite the worries he expressed in his satirical video. For Tetiana Kharchenko, I'm Bronwyn Benito, VOA News, Washington.